Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over the correlation between the birth and the life path number. So the birth and the life path is very, very important. A lot of people don't realize that because they think that, okay, if my life path is a 22 or an 11 or a 33 or a 1, my life will just be great. I'll be a leader. I'll be powerful. I'll be able to manifest. It's not quite like that. What you have to understand is that your birth number is going to correlate with the life path and then show what type of person you'll be overall. The name number is definitely there as well, but the birth and the life path have a very distinct and special relationship. Why, when I do readings or consults with people, I'll go over their birth number first, then the life path, most typically. The reason behind this is quite simple. Your birth number controls your mindset. We've been over this a few times. And then the life path is like the highway that you're on, the fate that you're about to get, right? So your life path will shape your mindset based off of circumstance throughout your life. So it's controlling the external. The internal is your birth number. The way you can interpret if you yourself or someone you know is going to be successful easily or not is based upon if their birth and life path number get along, or at the very minimum, if they're complementary. So what I mean by that is this. Let's say somebody's a birth number 8, life path 3. The birth number 8 will be very good for them. Even though the 3 and the 8 aren't necessarily friends, the 3 is represented by Jupiter, which is expansion and growth and light energy, artistic. The 8 is all about restriction. The reason that will do well is because the 8 birth number will be very disciplined. The person that's born the 8th, 17th, or 26th, they'll be very disciplined. And then the person, if they have a life path 3, it'll counteract the life path 3's weakness of being undisciplined and just creative. So they'll already be a disciplined person with creative abilities. See what I'm saying? So if you have complementary numbers, it's going to work a lot better for you. So it very much depends on what your birth number is, how you're going to actually interpret your life path. And then you figure out exactly how to accomplish your life path directly through the expression number, through that name number. But once you're able to actually look at, okay, here's my birth number, here's how I naturally think, okay, now how is it that I'm supposed to accomplish my life path? Look at your expression number, figure that out. But let's say if you're a birth number 4 and then life path 1. If you're a birth number 4, it means that you're tidy, you're organized, you're diligent, you're the hardest worker in the room, and you're a life path 1, so you're meant to be a leader or at least self-sufficient at very minimum. So then you can use the forge energy to actually get you to that pinnacle of success, right? So no matter what set of numbers you have, don't let these other numerologists fool you. I know it's a lot of the guys, especially on the eastern side of the world, they'll be like, oh, change your name for better luck, or yeah, get a reading from us and we'll teach you how to actually maneuver in life. All they're really doing is they're looking at what your birth number is and then saying, okay, your birth number is like this, so you're going to naturally think like this, and you need to adapt your life path by doing X, Y, Z. Let's say you have a birth and a life path number that doesn't get along. Like, I'm trying to think of one, for instance. Like, let's say you have a 2 and a 9. So you're going to be a number 2 person. So you're going to think very emotionally. You're going to be very cooperative, diplomatic, and then you're in a life path where you have to mature quickly. People around you could actually be abusive. 9s have to mature quite fast, and you have to be very adaptive. If you have that, I would tell a person with that combination, you need to control your emotions very diligently and weaponize your emotions so that they work for you and not against you. So no matter what set of energy you have, you can utilize it to your advantage, but you just have to figure out where your disadvantage is if there's one there. Because for some people, it's definitely going to be there. And that's how you end up figuring things out, and you end up naturally getting better luck. Of course, you can use your astrological sequence, like things like your rising sign, your money house, to figure other parts out about your life. But the main base of it would definitely be your birth number, the mindset, and then the life path number, what path you're on. And you can figure out how to navigate that by just simply using your birth number, by seeing how you naturally think, your natural inclinations, and why your life path might be not like a disadvantage to you, but something that might be troubling for you to actually accomplish. That's why it's easier for some people to accomplish a life path in comparison to other people, even if they have the same life path. Maybe one person's born on the 1st and they have a life path 8. The next person is born on the 6th, they're a life path 8. I would argue that the person that has a birth number 6, they're a life path 8, will have a harder life than somebody with a birth number 1 and they're a life path 8, even though their birth number and life path are enemies. they'd still have an easier time because the 1 and the 8 are both leadership oriented, very materialistic, very driven, very aggressive. So the person's not going to have a hard time adapting to that highway of the life path 8 in comparison to the 6 that wants cooperation, a friendly home life, etc. They're going to have to go through a lot more internal transformation before being able to adapt to the life path 8. So you guys see where I'm going with this. There's also a reason why people that have matching birth and life path numbers are very polarizing characters, like the Vladimir Putins, the Andrew Tates out there. Because think about like an Andrew Tate, 1-1. He's going to have the same birth number. The mindset that he needs to have is exactly what he needs to accomplish his life path. I made another video where I said become your life path number. You have to take on the traits of that said number. If you already have the traits naturally, I'm not saying Andrew Tate's life was easy, it most certainly was not, but the thing is that he was able to adapt to his life path a lot easier in comparison to the regular person due to him already having the mental inclinations of the 1. Same goes for Vladimir Putin. He in the Chaldean numerology has a 46/1, which is a presidential energy. It's a very high up energy when it comes to getting to the crown of things, getting to the pinnacle of success. But the double 7s is what really made him become successful. He was meant to live a very private life, a life of mastery, and he already had a birth number that wanted to do that anyway. So that's why he joined the KGB and then achieved mastery through secrecy, right? So he's already a very intelligent person, and he was able to accomplish his life path a lot easier because he already had the mental inclination to do so algorithmically. So I hope you guys are following me with that. So what the whole reason I made this video is that you guys understand that if you're not having an easy time with your life path, the reason being is your birth number probably doesn't correlate with it in a complementary way. So you have to figure out how to adapt to your life path by seeing what your birth number is, what its traits are, list it off on one side of a paper, list off your life path's energy on another side of the paper, the traits it will have, and then find a middle ground so you can actually bring them to congruency, bring them together. Once you can do that, you're going to find your life is a lot easier. You're going to have a mesh with your career, your interpersonal dynamics, how you move overall. So this is a very crucial video for people that are not doing well in life. It's still the beginning of 2025. You can change your life completely without even getting a reading from me or anybody else. All you have to do is do exactly what I'm telling you. Separate the birth number on one side of a paper, life path on the other side. You know where you make like the 2 circles and the circles intertwine? So you see what's different between 2 subjects, then in the middle you have what's common. Do that with your life path and birth number. Find the commonality, and then below that, write out how you can bring them to congruency, bring them together. So you can actually take the good traits out of both and eliminate the weaknesses out of both. When you can get the good traits of your birth and life path number and eliminate the weak traits, it's completely over. Like, you're unstoppable. Even if somebody's a 22 in front of you and you're just a life path 5 or an 8 or a 7 or a 1, you will completely annihilate them if they're not using the energy the way you are. So that's why no matter what life path or birth number combination you have, you could become an extremely powerful person or whoever you want on this planet. You just have to know how to bring them to a level where everything is just fluid. There's no more friction. Everything is just traction. It's just going in the proper sequence. The only way to do that is to look at what your mindset is and then look at the highway you have to travel on. And then you can see, how do I navigate this properly? And how do I turn what's been a disadvantage into an advantage? All right, so if you guys have any questions regarding this, just leave it in the comment section for me. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me for today, guys. Peace.